Yeah, but then it's like, I don't know. Did he want that play? I mean, I feel like they would have did something more than how they were looking. They didn't look like like that whole stern. Let me well up real quick. We're making a silent protest. You know what I mean? I didn't feel that. I kind of felt him. They were doing this. That's like what he was kind of explaining. What it looked like to me, at least. The nigga was doing a little bit of this. Blue's just fucking playing on her tablet. Put it away for the anthem, honey. He could have did that. Yo, honey, at least put that away for the anthem real quick. You know, it turned into now he's Rock Nation and he's controlling all the music and everything that goes with halftime. So I could kind of get that. Like, I don't know. I feel like I feel like if he was gonna make a statement, he'd do something bigger than that. Like that was kind of corny. I mean, like, guys, stand up. That was your movement. Cap, take a knee. You sit. Are we gonna eventually go to a crouch?
Jay-Z said we're past kneeling. So
sitting is next.
We're past kneeling. What's the difference between kneeling and standing? Yo, you sitting. I mean, he could have squatted.
It's in between. That's a squat.
He could have squatted.
Squat.
That Hove squat.
Small squat for mankind, nigga.
And then that's the biggest news ever on the fucking next day is like Jay-Z squatted at the Super Bowl.
Oh,
apparently he's going to try out for the New York Mets next as a catcher.
Yeah, the Mets is who needs the nigga because we suck.
Because Jason Z squatted at the Super Bowl.
Get it together, niggas. I don't know. I can see where the controversy comes in, don't get me wrong, but I just kind of felt like that one was like, it might have been is that on the top shelf? Kind of. But Jay, you made it easy, so.
It's one of those, it happened. You know what I mean? And welcome to the Watermelon vs. Pumpkin podcast. We're talking about hoving stock at the Super Bowl. Jay-Z and Beyonce and
Little Ivy
decided to stay seated. Some people see it as a sign of disrespect. For me, not even necessarily the standing. For me, it was not taking your head off because I've been at games before and I've told people straight up, man, take your head off. Plenty of other people have done it before. Sometimes I forget, oh shit,
remove the cover.
You forget. But it just seemed like way too big of a moment at the Super Bowl to, oh shit, man, I forgot. It was just weird.
Right.
It was I'm not
weird.
saying that Jay-Z was like, this is a stand I'm making.
Right.
I feel like maybe he just he's Jay-Z. Why does he ever have to care about anything? You know what I'm saying?
It was more of the felt more arrogant to you. More like I'm not ignorant, I'm arrogant. You know what I mean? It's like watch it. There's letters that change an I and an A somewhere in jumbles, nigga.
Yo, I'm not ignorant, I'm arrogant. When I was a young cat, I was sitting at home like I wonder where my parents went.
You know where Clarence is? I don't know. I know that nigga though. You know what I mean? Like you said, that certain stature now. Now he's almost like because he's so now involved in the NFL.
Yeah,
he's a part of I'm Jay-Z and I control this music shit is my shit. So almost like I'm on the tier and I'm on my scepter and I'm fucking.
I am
looking
Sir
down.
Hoving stock.
Right. I could see more of that angle, almost like instead of being like fuck this national anthem and fuck this country. I don't think he had that approach. Niggas could feel that way, but he ain't gonna have that approach. This is where he get his money at. And he's too politically tied in.
I don't think it was a fuck this, fuck that, but. As Jay-Z just said, as soon as it ended, he got the text. So it's not, people aren't out of bounds when
like, yo,
whoever
bro, what was that? Did you make the move? Did you do all this just for that? Like,
whoever has Jay-Z's phone number hit him up and went, bro, did you really just not stand during the national anthem? And he just goes, oh shit, yo, I was in artist mode. I was,
Twitter.
But also, like you can tell how calculated his reasoning was with the whole oh man, and because we was looking at Demi Lovato.
He don't write rhymes.
We were talking
off the cuff. He off the cuff all the time.
Jay-Z was like, man, because we were looking at Demi Lovato and we just thought, man, all the pain that she's been through, and she went to rehab for overdosing on heroin, and she had just came back, and it's like, hey, you're getting away from the story about how you just decided to stay seated, brother. Like, you're very good at it. You know what I'm saying?
But he was good at what. Remember what we all say: one word makes it go away. Sorry.
Yep.
That's all he did. He came out. He came out when he said, first of all, sorry.
Yep. My bad.
It's not what it was. Sorry. We got that out the way. You niggas like, he said, sorry, guys.
Yep.
Let's hear him out.
Hove did that.
Hove did that. Hopefully you won't have to go through that again, Hove. But I don't know. But then when the footage of him sitting down, the one I saw that you showed me, then there's like a slew of people around him sitting down. So it's like,
Oh,
you know,
it doesn't matter when the people you don't know do
right.
it. You know what I mean? It's only.
But it's the celebrity. You know, that's
Yep.
what it means. Like, if you're not yelling at every goddamn body in the stadium to stand up when the anthem's on, leave the celebrity alone if he don't do it either. I don't know.
That's another interesting thing too, because if you are recording it, because that person wasn't recording
you're
it with
being
no Zoom,
disrespectful,
they
right.
were recording. No, I'm not even saying disrespect. You were close enough to yell at Jay-Z, yo, stand up.
I know.
The
What
fuck?
was you, a scout? No, he's
Like,
like,
exactly.
He thought he was catching footage of, here it is,
Exactly.
controversial.
Got
There,
him.
Got him. CNN,
Welvin.
this is gonna go so viral. I shot that video viral. Here I
shot
go.
the sheriff.
Yeah, and then, not the deputy, nigga. The deputy should have stepped in and took the camera away from you and said, "Sit down, nigga.
Right.
You should sit down." For trying
That
to
would have been
catch
the
something.
move, though, is to just yell, be like, "Ho!"
You're not gonna stand for the anthem, B?
This is the move.
You teaching your kids not to stand for the anthem in a country that's feeding you all that fucking money you making, nigga? Think
Yep.
about these things. Hate the country if you want. This is where you make your bread at, baby.
Like I say, it's not the end of the world. It was just, it's the perfect part of the movie that had to happen.
And
You know what I'm saying?
for him to be in that position and being that guy and politically correct, he likes to try to be with certain things. He probably should have known better than that then.
To me, Jay-Z is not dumb. You know what I mean? You can say what you want about Jay-Z. To me, Jay-Z is not dumb. So that's where I'm like,
He plays the dumb
it's
card.
it's interesting to see him say that he even made a mistake. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because Jay-Z is fucking on point all the
Say,
time.
Was that a ploy? Is he?
Yeah.
But then it's like, you think of that and it's like, between the two of them, like B ain't think about it either?
If anything, it was B's idea and Jay-Z, because, he follows suit. Because that gentleman was, lemonade, bro. You know what I'm saying? In my mind,
Fucked up.
in my mind, with as much has happened and all the money and power that's involved between, like, I feel like Beyonce definitely hired someone to just be like, this man's gonna fuck me in front of you, and you're gonna watch, Hov. You know what I mean? Like, this is the payback. I'm not gonna sneak and fuck Dame Dash or Memphis Bleak. What I'm doing,
Can I at
you know
least
what I mean?
jerk off while
and
I
you
watch?
gonna watch, Hov.
Can I whip it out and watch? Don't be at the same. Nah, it ain't happening. All right, hurry up. Hopefully he's a minute man. It's like, no, it's a long dick nigga from a porn. He's gonna fuck me
real.
for 3 hours straight while you watch.
There's no way that
Beyonce.
Beyonce just was like, oh, fine, now I'm the hurt woman.
Nah,
no,
slept
she
with a
got
se-
hers.
She slept with a security guard.
Yeah, exactly.
You know the nigga that protects you? Oh yeah, he did all right. Grabbed up on that man meat, took it down. Why you do that? Oh, hopefully you don't have to go through that.
Baby, I cheated. Hove did that.
Yo,
So hopefully you don't
have to go through that. Yo, if you was raised in the projects with roaches and rats, if you was raised in the projects, roaches and rats, niggas ran around. I don't know how many people really ran around saying projects. Some people probably ran with that, yo. Like, that's probably like the name of a little clique and shit. Yo, we the projects, kid.
Yep.
You know what I mean? From the projects.
pros from the Jacks.
Right. Our basketball team, the Metropolitan Projects.
Probably.
Like, good God. Like, I'm giving gems out right now. If you niggas trying to get a team going, here you go. The Metropolitan Projects, nigga.
Bars. So
Projects.
I do believe on last episode, episode 110, now we're on 111.
111. Play-Doh's for
I
Lottos.
think I was cheering for the Chiefs, and I think you might have been as well.
Chiefs.
Because
I definitely said my homeboy.
Because I think the thing was, they hadn't, San Francisco had won it more recently than
90s
Chiefs.
and shit, yeah.
So I believe that was my reasoning. And Chiefs came through. I didn't watch the game.
50
My
years.
sleep schedule is from 2 or 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. So I was right in the middle of that chunk. I was
Woke
not.
up at the end, niggas is celebrating. Confetti fall? All right, there it is.
I got to work and I was like, yeah. So how did it go?
Right,
so
right.
but you saw it. So give us your give us the rundown.
Well, there was niggas everywhere. That's how they all start. Niggas running everywhere.
That's how every NFL game starts.
Niggas for life. That's the NFL, cuz.
Rest in peace to Big L.
Right. Or
Your fucking L's up.
Or it might be when you're trying to wheel and deal with a nigga, it's when they get them for the cheap price and they get rid of them when they ain't worth anything anymore. So it's niggas for the low.
Whoa.
Oof, niggas for the low. That's what I be seeing, but whatever. I was going with the Chiefs, man, because they have, light-skinned Mahomes, looking like my nephews and shit. The boy can ball out, man, and he came through in the clutch, man. And actually, it was down to the wire. He was playing like he was getting shut down for the majority part of the game. 3 quarters, man. First 3 quarters, he threw 2 picks. You know what I mean? He was a little sluggish. He was getting the ball here and he made a couple plays, but he wasn't getting over that hump. Fourth quarter came. They were down by 10. The score was 20-10. Chiefs were down with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Woo.
Yeah. Like, the odds are like, well, the odds of that is like, and now, mind you, San Francisco was beating their ass the whole game running the ball. Every time, 6, 7, 8 yards.
So why'd you guys run the ball so much? Because it worked.
It worked, right. Now take that, and he fucking stopped doing it. Their last 8 possessions, 5 or 6 of them were fucking throws. And you're up, and he's like, wait, so you're up by 10, you get the ball back, you start throwing the ball.
You know what type of shit that is? That's
playing scared.
when WrestleMania comes around, they do some sort of Royal Rumble so they can get everyone on the card. I bet you that coach was like, hey, let's try to get Jones a fucking pass. It's Super Bowl.
That's the thing. He was trying to prove a point with Jimmy.
Try to get everyone involved.
He wanted Jimmy G to be like, I'm going to show you this kid is good, and he's going to win the game for us, because all they said is the running game. Because the game before that, they ran for 280 yards or 220-something, 30 yards, and the quarterback only threw it 8 times.
Stick with what's working.
That's a win, motherfucker. So it's like, oh, you don't want Jimmy G to have a bad look in the Super Bowl.
Oh, you only use the fireball with Ryu.
Right.
But did you win?
Did you win? Right. And it was so bad, man. They ran away from their fucking game plan. And then my homeboy.
Gotta stay disciplined.
My homeboy does what he does, man. And he was the only one in history to every game in the playoffs and the Super Bowl, he was down by double digits and came back and won the game.
Whoa.
First game he was down 24-3 or something. Something like that, 24-3, 24-7. And then the second, they came back and won that game. They were down 24 zip, I think. Excuse me, 24 to zip, nigga. That's 24-0 in the playoffs. First half, mind you, still. Niggas roared back 28 straight unanswered points.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? So they won that game. Second game, they were down 17-7 going into like the fourth quarter. Roared back again.
Roared on them.
Took the game and won the shit. Niggas did the same exact shit in the Super Bowl. It's like, is this y'all forte? Do y'all only play this good when y'all down by double digits in the second half?
Right.
That's when you get the people
when
that
the
are.
pressure is on.
Right. When the pressure's on, the biggest guys.
The heat is on.
I think he just came up with that. You want patting that? Yeah, patting that shit, nigga. When the pressure's on, make pipes, make diamonds, nigga.
When the pressure is on, pipes make diamonds. That's it, bro. You know what? I have to write it down because that is the name of the episode.
When the pressure's on, pipes make diamonds, nigga. What does it mean, nigga? What is it? We just take metaphors and combine them, nigga. That's all. That's what we do here on Watermelon vs. Pumpkin, man. I'm Young Pastry, man. By the way, niggas, you see the hat, crusty dust top, nigga? Watermelon vs. Pumpkin podcast. Back to the Super Bowl, niggas. It was great. Mahomes. You got to really think about, he got the Super Bowl MVP, of course. He threw for like 285, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. So the 2 picks made it look, But the reason why he got it is because how he ended the game. He
2
played
picks.
Like, he played
Razor
like
Ramon
shit.
with the toothpick. Okay,
Ooh,
I'm sorry.
throw it at them niggas. But, you know, it was like how he played the first 3 halves, but he got the MVP because how he finished the fucking game, which the other quarterback, Jimmy G, couldn't do. Yo, the Niner fans, no, real shit, they're throwing up in their mouths. Now, they roar back. Boom, boom. They're down, 20-10. Boom, they scored 2 touchdowns. Now they're up 24-20. San Fran's got the ball, 2 minutes to go. They made a couple good plays. Boom, they like right at the midfield. This nigga goes back about 55 yards. He's about to try to throw a 55-yarder.
Bomb.
Nigga's wide open, bro. Wide open. He overthrew him by almost 10 yards.
Whoa.
Wide open. He catches that. That's a touchdown. They're up with less than 2 minutes to go. I mean, Kansas City might have still won that game because there was a lot of time left.
Yeah.
But still, you got to put that pressure on them. You know what I mean? That's the game right there, bro. You catch that guy. He's in stride. He's wide open. Like, had the guy beat by a good 5 yards.
Like
man.
Jerry Rice in his prime.
Jerry Rice in his prime. Yo, and did not throw a dime. This nigga did not throw a dime like it was Rice in his prime. That nigga threw a duck, bro, for less than $1. You know what I mean?
Bars. That's what you come to the Watermelon vs. Pumpkin podcast for, is these bars, dog.
These bars of truth, nigga. Yeah, so that, and then they kept going, got to 3rd down, 10, kept throwing the ball, 4th and 10. Nigga kind of got sacked, the ball popped up in the air. Kansas City got the ball back, And so went that, nigga. Oh, that's what happened. They got the ball back, but Kansas City still, there was time. They had all 3 timeouts. So basically, they forced them to punt it.
Yep.
They got the ball back with like a minute or something to go, maybe less than a minute. And the nigga, no, that's what it was. No. They had got the ball back, right. They punted it back to him. That 3-and-out happened. Now Kansas City had the ball. San Francisco still had a chance to stop them to get the ball back and have a little bit of time left because they had their timeouts. That's what it was. But this nigga caught the sweep, swept it to the left, ran it about 30-something yards for a touchdown, nigga.
Wow.
Now they're up 31-20. Game over. You know what I mean? They got the ball, tried to like heave hold of shit, and didn't work, nigga. So lights out for them niggas. And
Yo, I'll tell you, I did not love the call because I just watched the highlights. I did not love that second to last touchdown by Kansas City. I didn't like that. That's another one of those how we've talked before about the pylon.
They do the 360 pylon. Well, they were trying to say basically when you look at that, what they were running with. Now, if they would have called him out before that, I think they would have stuck with it because I think they went with when they go with how they announce it. It goes with the inconclusive evidence, but they don't say it all the time. They'll just get up there and go, the call stands. You know what I mean? And they don't give when they don't give an explanation, they just go basically, we don't have enough and it stands.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Right. So if they'd have called him out, they would have went to the video and be like,
same thing. Yeah.
Call stands because they just kind of stick with their guns because it looked like his foot touched down simultaneously as that ball over that 360, like almost at the same time. Kind of like the foot might have been down first, but it was too close to.
It's tough.
Yeah, so them niggas like, we're not going to blow this one. This is Super Bowl, man. No, inconclusive, nigga. We ain't got enough to call the shit. But other than that, if he was out on the one, they probably would have punched it in anyways, man. The way they were playing, I mean, now you're talking about 1st and goal on the 1-yard line. He probably punches that in.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy happens. Don't get me wrong. Something crazy could have happened, but, you know, and that might have been 3rd down. Even on 3rd, 4th down, they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
You know, either pop it in or you're going to get the ball on the 1. But nah, it was a couple. The only other sketchy call was Kittle, George Kittle's offensive pass interference that he got robbed of a touchdown. But nigga, it was an offensive pass interference. Like it was a call, but they have that rule now. Anytime
full extension.
Anytime you extend and your head kind of jerks, like. You know, they look at their head moving everything. You extend and the head look like you're pushing away. That's a push away, nigga.
If you're doing a reverse dab.
Right. If you put your forearm in his chest and scream Kobe, nigga. Kobe! Like, fade away. No, nigga, it's a flag. Nigga got caught for this shit, man. So they end up getting 3 on that drive instead of that touchdown.
Yep.
So they blame it on that. Well, that was the points we needed. Yeah, but the game was going to still go on. You don't know what's going to happen. I mean, that could change the whole course of everything. You ever heard of, like, if you go back in time and fucking remove a feather.
Butterfly wings, brother.
Right, the butterfly effects. Thank you. I knew there was a name for the shit. Yeah, so think that's going to happen. So if he catches that, then if what? Then these niggas could be if they score 6 more touchdowns.
Yep.
We're going to talk about the if, nigga. What's that shit they always say? It's the old school shit. A lot of the athletes and shit say, or if was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Bars.
I was like, that's some old school Southern shit, nigga. If was a fifth, nigga.
That's some E40 shit.
You know what if was a fifth.
We'd all be drunk. You smell the feel me?
I just, like, if there'd be a way to, like, hire E40 to just read kids' books, I feel like he was like, everybody go down late night. Once upon a time. Like, my kid would love it. Like, E40, hey.
The itsy bitsy spider. Went up the water spout.
Ew, everybody sit down. We're going to talk about the story about Red Riding Hood. I'm like, what? I love the way he says it. Ew.
Ew, 3 little pigs.
3 little pigs. Shout out to E40 who cried. Another Niner fan he is. He's a big Niner fan. I forgot he's from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
But a lot of Niner fans, man. Did you get to see any of the reaction videos?
No.
Those are there was some in there, you know. The one dude with the whisper and one he goes, how? Why? It's like a little over exaggerated, but intentionally, but it still was funny.
Yeah, well that's the thing nowadays is like, you know, like we've said before, because we made one of our fake reaction videos, and when people get mad on the bottom, and all you have to do is like nobody stops to think, why the fuck are you recording somebody watching it? You know, it's like.
That's what everybody does.
Yeah. But it's the thing of, everybody forgets like, oh, there's a reason that I'm able to watch this is because somebody recorded it, and that's not something that you would normally do while watching a football. So
right. It's not. And
it's not real.
It's not. But it's funny because like some of the reaction videos, and when you look at the shit, man, it's like, I don't think I could, like, he's watching the game in those last critical moments. Now, the close Super Bowls always do that. Close Super Bowls is always so. He doesn't like the guys that prop the cameras. Okay, I get it. That you're propping it for that whole moment and catching it all, jumping and screaming. No, the guys that always throw me off is, oh man, we're gonna win. No, like I see that video, and I try to put
shit.
myself as the third eye looking at the guy doing it. Like,
Yep.
is there something wrong with this, man? I'm watching you hold the camera. No!
And now let me put it to you like this. Now you go a step further to, I don't know about you, but I've personally never put anything online that I haven't watched back to make sure that I should put it online. So he does that goofy shit, then
He's okay with
sits
it.
to himself, plays it back. All right, well,
That's
yeah,
good.
I look good. Boom,
Just send,
puts it
send.
up. And you're like, whoa.
Upload.
So it wasn't even like a first of like, I did that shit and then put it up. It was did it, watched
Right.
it, then put up, or even worse, went live and
Went
then
live.
you know.
It probably went live, but it didn't look like live. The feed on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh man, we're gonna get this one. Come on, no. Let me look into the camera and scream no. Like
acting
man.
like Drake when KD got injured.
He was his best friend.
Man, just
Fuck.
yeah, this is unfortunate.
We're
Man,
gonna win now, but damn, not him. Cause I like the guy. I didn't want him to beat us, but I didn't want him to get hurt.
yeah, because I want see now it almost looks like we had an advantage, and
It's
I don't
like,
like
niggas
that.
stop lying. Every nigga that's a big fan secretly wants to star the other team to get hurt, nigga. Cut it
Right.
out. You niggas do. You don't, I don't want him to really hurt himself for the rest of his career, but I want him to get hurt this game.
Can you imagine how excited the other players were on whatever team it was when Jordan had the flu?
Right.
And they were just like, yo, Mike's got the flu. He's
got
about
the
to be
flu.
a nut. And then
And Mike dropped 40.
put it on
Nah, I
him.
put 40 on the flu, nigga. 40 with the flu. That's who does that, nigga. You tell me.
Right.
Nobody I know. But it was a battle, man. Basically, if you ask me, the 49ers coaching staff and that quarterback lost that game.
Woo.
Coaching staff, you fucked up. You ran away from what you do and what you're known. You're not known to be they're known for being the run team and the play action team. Why does the play action work for you so well? Because your run works so well, nigga.
Yep.
This is how it works in football. You run the ball so good that they can't stop you, that they're going to always assume you're doing it. So now when you do a play action, somebody's going to be open. The nigga's going to bite. We're going to run. Oh, fuck, no, the nigga's go. And now he's chasing the nigga.
Yep.
It is a wrap. He got you beat now. You know what I mean? That's what you do, San Fran. The coach got cute. As they say, getting cute. It's like, nah, I got to pedal to the metal, and I'm going to make my quarterback be the guy to do it. He's not that guy. He proved it, man. He had some bad passes. He had some good ones, but when it came down to, like, him, you could tell there were certain times of him throwing the ball where you could tell, like, you know, a guy that's relaxed, Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, they're just out there, like in the backyard. They're fucking whipping that thing around, zinging it. He was, like, kind of forcing and aiming it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
He wasn't relaxed almost. Like, the nerves took over. It's like, oh, fuck, interception? Like, yeah, Jimmy. You're a good-looking guy, Jim, but you play like shit, nigga.
Did
know?
you see whoever Googled and there's some dude that looks exactly like him from like the 1500s or whatever?
No.
Like dead, like,
This-
oh my God, that's
lineage
him?
fucking- yeah. Is it his lineage? Probably. But you know what's crazy? They had
The historical doppelganger, dude.
looking, they out here, man. I got a
Historical
nigga-
doppelganger.
I would love to see a nigga in the 1770s looking like me. I mean, probably wouldn't have video footage a picture, because he would have been a slave.
Hello.
Like, who's that nigga way in the back? That might be my great granddad. Can't really tell. It's blurry vision. But now what's great was they had some commercials going on. I don't know if you've seen any of those.
I didn't, man.
They got some on YouTube and shit. You can
Yeah,
check out.
I got to check. I'm sure they got the highlight.
The one
reel.
that was kind of cool was the one with they put all the NFL guys in that one where the little kid starts off with a little kid catching the ball with a little backyard game out back with his boys.
Act hard in the backyard.
And so he catch the kickoff or whatever, and now he's running, he's juking, he just did a spin move, and then like Jim Brown was sitting on the bench, and Jim Brown looked over and said, Take it to the house, kid. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And then he started
feel good shit.
So then he ran off the field, and then he's like running through the streets and shit. He's running through like NFL players are like doing like regular jobs and shit. There was like one point where the nigga in New Orleans caught it in the Mardi Gras parade. He's like, he fucking stiff arm a mascot and fucking barreled through. You know what I mean? And then another guy from New York, like all these epic like football players that you would know. Niggas got like he caught the ball and he was running. And then he got nailed in New York City. Like every city that the team represented, the kid was running through. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
So it was cool, man. And then it got to like him getting to the stadium. It's like I didn't see it live, but this is how it was explained to me after seeing the commercial. And then he got to the stadium, and as he gets to the tunnel to go out, as he's going through, and everybody's like the lineup of people clapping hands were all fucking Hall of Famers. They all had jackets on. Joe Montana, Barry Sanders.
Nice.
They were all out there like clapping for him. All right, kid, slapping him, high fiving him. And they's like, take it to the house, kid. And then he runs out the tunnel, But in the commercial, the way they set it up was the beginning of the Super Bowl. So that commercial led to him running out of the actual tunnel at the game time with all the kids with him and giving the game ball to
That
the
was the
ref.
pre-tape, and then it came in. Nice,
they pre-taped
nice.
it, and then it led right into the actual game and him giving the game ball, the same kid wearing the same shit to the referee. So that was dope. I was like, okay, NFL.
Now, was that a commercial for anything, or was just the intro to Super Bowl?
The intro commercial to it, you know what I mean? Because it's the 100th year.
But they weren't. Oh, so yeah, I was gonna say, but they weren't selling any other product. It was just for the NFL. Nice, nice.
Yeah, it was a commercial for the Super Bowl. Yeah, for the 100-year joint. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, niggas did it. Actually, I think I'm lying. It might have been for a product. Let me see, because I think it was like Super Bowl related, but then there was a product behind it.
It's probably like Pepsi or whatever. It's
it was one of those. I want to say, who the fuck was it? Maybe a credit card.
Visa or something.
Right, it might have been a Visa joint.
Capital One. Yo, shout out to Capital One. I'll be making payments.
I just want to go to the end of it to see if they actually. Nah, it's just a 100-year joint. Okay,
100 years.
Here's to the next year. So it's just a 100-year anniversary joint.
Nice.
So nobody made money there.
100-year, 360 pylon. My top 5 rappers are Dylon.
And don't forget Dylon. So there was some other. I was at a house full of loudness, so it wasn't really commercial savvy friendly to kind of tune in.
Yeah. It seems like they released a lot of commercials before the Super Bowl this year, more than ever.
I know they did. They usually do them before too, but this one year was like, you niggas, you can go see it now. There was a anti like violence, police brutality commercial that kind of slid in there.
Okay.
Didn't really, it was kind of like remember and not to make certain mistakes. I didn't really get to see the video, but they were flashing of like Mike Brown and a couple of the victims and shit. You know what I mean? And it kind of said something. And, I didn't really I got to go back and look at the commercial because, like I said, at that time, I knew it was something going on, but there was a lot of yelling and drinking. So, it's like, I'm going to have to check that out another time because now's not the time to get sentimental.
Right. Now, what's interesting, too, with them, there's always those, you never know if it's a marketing ploy or if it's real life when they say about the band commercials. Have you seen those? Because there was one this year where it was
got banned.
PETA. And it was a band commercial because the video that they tried to make that they wanted to, the commercial during the Super Bowl was of animals kneeling like Cap. Did you hear about that shit? They wanted
because they were against animal brutality.
They wanted animals taking a knee.
Oh, that's great.
Now,
take a paw. Take a paw.
And it's one of those things where you're like, is it... Did they really try to get that on there? And they were just like, no. Or was it?
That's hilarious.
Damn, man. That's their marketing thing is like, man, this was too hot for TV,
Bunch of cats kneeling. Was it CGI, I take it? Or were they real cats?
Just an eagle with a kneel down.
Jump down and get your eagle on. The eagle. Niggas don't know what just happened right there. Don't think about it.
Put it together.
Oh, my God. So, there was... some scattered commercials in there. They had one where it was a cool one for it was all about like aliens, all alien movies reference and put into one commercial.
Yeah.
So they had like the little alien guys and the dog from Men in Black, and then they had that You're Not Alone, or was that one where the aliens came down and he was trying to study him with that big ship that came down and they were like shadows. Yeah, I forgot the Arrival. That one. They had parts of that one in there. They started off with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Those guys came out all old and shit. Like, damn, look at these niggas.
Yeah, I think they're making another one.
Are they?
I think so.
Nice. So they came out with that. I forgot what the commercial's for, but it was cool to see all the little old heads and shit.
And that's the thing, too, that's funny, because exactly what you're saying for most of the commercials that you're naming, you're just like, yeah, I don't know what it was for, but this was the commercial. And that's like, you guys are doing your job wrong because...
you forgot the product.
Exactly.
Like, what was that?
Well,
Pepsi?
I'll tell you, the one that I did see on the internet where... was the Bryan Cranston for the Mountain Dew. So I remember it was for Mountain Dew when he does the psycho shit and axes through a door and then pops through talking about Mountain Dew.
Dew's here.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Yeah, there was some, I didn't really hear any ground shaking things about any commercials. I have to go back and look, but
yeah.
Not right now, niggas.
I remember always back in the day, the Doritos commercial was one to look forward to.
Doritos, right. I don't even know if they did one this year. Doritos always had good ones. Pepsi. You know, I mean, you forget about Budweiser was like, come on, we had the fucking Clydesdales.
The
forever.
horses.
I don't know if that's even a thing no more.
I imagine that
Peter
the
shut them down.
I imagine that the Pete had him kneeling. Yo, what does a horse look like when it kneels? Listen,
Woo.
smoke it.
Now, are we talking front kneel or back kneel? I don't. Listen, they got 4.
Right? They got choices. They got plenty of choices.
Maybe they did like one half, like front kneel and back kneel on one angle, like a hydraulic system.
Yep.
That 2-wheel motion, nigga. Get the horses on that 2-wheel.
Horses leaning. That's gonna be Lil Nas X's next shit. He's gonna get a beat from Dr. Dre and make that shit with the horses leaning. Horse hydraulics.
Horse hydraulics. Oh God, horse hydraulics. Horse hydraulics.
Horse
Niggas ain't ready.
What's the name of the next album?
Lil Nas X, cut the check, nigga. We just gave it to you.
It's beautiful.
Just gave you that love. But
You had it.
speaking of love, one of my biggest loves growing up, or I had the biggest crush on and everything, you know, my girl J-Lo, man. I was a J-Lo loving, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
my little Spanish thick girls, man, and J-Lo had it. And she's found some kind of time capsule because I feel like she looks ageless and she's fucking 50, bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, whoa. And they were like, oh, you know, her and Shakira did the halftime show. They split it up and they did it simultaneously. She did her part, then J-Lo came in and did hers, and then they were together. Boom, boom, boom. And there was a lot of ass going on. I tell you that much. A lot of shaking. I felt 2 things. Both Shakira and J-Lo no longer have their asses or the hips that Shakira once had. Her hips didn't look the same. They said, oh, that's because she didn't take off her veil and show the hip. Then when she started doing all this shit, I'm like, oh, okay, so she just makes her hips look bigger when she does all that. Because they look, back in the day, I felt like Shakira's was thicker and her hips were like fucking more genie in the bottle-ish, you know? And
I would like to make a bad joke. Are you now saying that Shakira's hips do lie? Thank you.
At the Super Bowl,
I'm going to go home now.
At the Super Bowl, I think perhaps, nigga. I think at the Super Bowl, they lied to me. I know that much. I felt personally lied to. I mean, I just haven't seen Shakira in so long.
She has written a song, recorded a song, released a song that has made her very popular.
My hips.
That has said that they do not lie. And you're going to sit here.
Tell you, nigga. Coming from the seed of a watermelon. Nigga, I'm going to tell you right now. They were lying to me.
They were fibbing at least.
Because it was a stretch or a reach at
Half
some
truth?
point. You know, but somebody brought to my clarity vision was that she's just working out more now. It's like, because she did look fit as hell. So I'm like, okay, when you get to a certain fit thing like that, you're going to lose those certain womanly curves. You know what I mean? Now you're getting more fit. You know, you're getting more like, you know, your hips are like kind of getting muscular, you know? Muscular. That's a thing. Muscular. More muscular the hips are getting. You know, so they turn into looking
Sounds like
like
a fucking transgender magazine from the fucking 90s. Get your copy of Muscler? Dude, you see her fucking clit?
You know how many clit squats do you think she does? Fucking
Dude, when does a clit really? When does it become a penis? What is the?
How many months does it take to get from a clit to
That's
a
an
penis?
article in this week's Muscler. I read it for the articles. I just want to know
how many clit
when does a clit become a dick? Just tell me, dude.
Well, there's certain reps you got to do, clit reps. You gotta build up the strength to become a real one. You know, I think that's how it works. But but I tell you what, Shakira's hot still. She's fucking bad. J-Lo's bad, and the J-Lo too is another one that I felt like her ass is not there. But then it's like, bro, she's 50.
She had the OG ass.
Right. She's got like for a 50-year-old, that ass is right. It's not how she was when she was 30 or 20, and that shit was like, damn, yo, you kind of thick. Well, back then, that was natural, like, you know what I mean, rice and beans shit. You know what I mean? Goya, she eating the worst shit ever. Mm-hmm. Now she's older. She's staying on top of her health. You know what I mean?
Yep.
J-Lo went through a health period in the last so many years. I mean, she's fucking A-Rod. They probably work out together all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's a professional athlete, retired not too long ago, what, a year ago? He's blowing her back out. Like,
He'll put her on the road. He'll put her on the road to dude butt.
Right. No, you got to work on these reps. Now she's fucking throwing pitches in the backyard. For crying out loud. Imagine that fucking. He's training her to be a fucking athlete just so he can hit home runs in the backyard.
J-Lo shagging fly balls in the fucking outfield. Imagine that
Baby,
shit.
go to the left. Go to the left. Okay, here I come.
Oh my God.
And then he really like, you think it's like something cute till you see the footage of him really getting on her when she fucks up.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta go that fucking there, cello. You gotta fucking get on there. You gotta run underneath it. Like, damn, yeah. Take it easy, A-Rod. It's your wife, nigga. I need perfection, Papa. I need perfection, and I expect it from my wife the same way I expect it from my kids.
That's amazing. J-Lo just catching some fly balls. I lost it in the sun. I'm sorry.
Hits her in the eye. She got a black eye for 2 weeks.
Right?
And shit. Is he beating you? Nah, fly ball center right.
I lost it in the sun. I lost it in the sun.
He suggested the blackout eye makeup, but I said
I wanted to go the other way. I wanted to be over there, and he could hit it from there, but...
Right. She was trying to look cute with her hat backwards. That's why. That's what happened, baby. That's the sun visors for, nigga. Keep the sun out your eyes.
It is weird how insanely attractive women become when they put on a baseball cap, though. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense.
It's like you're so
to where
cute.
immediately, you are so cute right now. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, your hair's coming out flowing, and you just got the cap on. Hey, and it's like it's not supposed to be. Doesn't mean a nigga want to go like, look at that nigga though. He look like he could be a chick with a hat. Like,
damn, that's your fitted? Okay.
That's your fitted light, boo.
Yo, adjust your fitted one time for me, dog. No, not nothing big. No, just like put it up then back
tilt
down.
that shit.
Let me see
Niggas
you put it
grabbing
back
their
on.
crotches. Yo, tilt that shit again, B. Like, yo, get a
Yo,
hold
tilt
of
your
yourself.
fitted.
Tilt your fitted and wink at me, nigga. Just give me a reason. Give me
a reason.
Yo, give me a reason to be gay, nigga. Wink at me.
Tilt your fitted and pretend it was just a hat to push your lid down and you didn't wink at me. Just do it. Tilt your
Make
fitted
that
one
shit
time,
pop.
dog.
Oh, but touch your fitted for me, B. Oh, get it popping. Popping like Shakira, who was popping that box, cuz. Oh my God. So I don't know. She had like the little skivvies on for the bottom, but it was like a very high cut. So it was like
form-fitting.
It was in that box, and the camera angle was like up at the stage, and she like had her legs open, and she's doing like the hip thing, and that fucking thing is.
It was not an accident.
You had an observation I did not see. Now I'm really curious to know if it's a thing that can be found.
Listen, I watched the replay on the NFL YouTube channel. They have the whole halftime show. It's 14 minutes and 50 whatever seconds. I'm going to tell you like this. This is the post that I put on Twitter, because eventually the next day people were going nuts back and forth, and it always becomes a political debate about like, oh, if you voted for Trump, you probably had a problem with the thing. If you voted for them, you probably had a problem with it. And when it was like, me, I put it like this. I personally was not offended. I'm a 36-year-old straight male.
Right.
There were women scantily clad, putting things all over the place, just how I like them to look. Okay, now.
It's okay to admit that.
With that being said, I saw Shakira's right pussy lip, you know what I mean? My left, her right stage when she was in that first, after that first song, whatever, and then like, bro, it was not an
shot.
accident.
It was a real close shot.
Yeah, and she spread wide.
Yes, and it's got to be. I got to go back and look at that because it was like, no, that was like.
And now
whoa.
listen to you. No, I don't mean listen to you. I'm sorry. Now listen to you.
Your ass, nigga. Pussy lip dripping.
Now, this is the point I'm trying to make. Listen, I'm not saying that I didn't see, moistness. All I'm saying is like, bro, I could make out exactly where the end, even if it wasn't the entire lip, bro, it was that,
it was enough.
Yeah, it was enough.
Like there is a lip there.
To where that's why I said, like, me personally, I was not offended, but I could see if I was sitting there with, if I had a kid and they were younger, and you'd be like, oh, hey, this isn't for you to watch, and
get away from that.
That's the thing. Then people are going into the whole, well, you got to parent your kids,
right?
Yes, that's that too. But also, I will say, the NFL is not presented as fucking. You're about to see some sexual shit, you know. So that's what it was.
But it is, but it isn't, because every like commercial for football they have or something, it's the cute girl in the bar and she's
in the beer commercial,
right?
That, but it was a lot. I could say that. You know what I mean? Like me personally, no, I was not offended, but I do see how there are people that live in this fucking world that watch television, that watch the Super Bowl, that might have not wanted their kids to see.
Yeah, and it's kind of like
even exactly themselves way too uptight about. Oh my God,
it's disgusting.
They're not. But then I hate the other side of. those are Latina women empowering themselves. Like, no, they look really fucking hot, and they decided to get up there and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's calm down
with my
with
mother all the time because she goes into that. She goes, "You guys, you always say I'm a feminist." Like, well, sometimes you just tap into it, ma. You get into this anti-guy movement. She, no, I'm just empowering women. I said it's okay to empower, but if I were to run around screaming manpower all day, you'd be all fucking pissed off at me. You know what I mean? Well, he's a man. And that's what I'm saying. Power up, man. It's man power. But it's always been that way. Yes, empower the women. I like a strong woman. Don't get me wrong. I embrace a good, powerful, strong woman that's confident and knows what she's doing.
That can take a punch. I mean, no, fuck. I mean,
you know what I mean?
cut that.
That's on her shit. You know what I'm saying? And could take care of her business and, has a certain way of carrying herself. I respect that. You know what I mean? It's like, listen, a motherfucker that's fucking every chick out there, like a Hugh Hefner, not every guy's saying, I want to beat Hugh. You know what I mean? Or a lot of guys do. You know what I mean? But not everybody wants that life. Not everybody's like, I can't juggle. I can't even juggle one fucking woman, let alone get 3, 4, 5, 6 women to fucking sleep with in a week. Like,
right?
You're like, if I'm getting paid as a porn star, that's the only way that's really happening. But other than that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't got time to be trying to keep everybody happy. Because you got to play a certain kind of game with everybody to keep them involved.
Truth.
But it's Shakira's
I don't even know
box.
how we got there because I was trying to find this fucking. Yeah, exactly. But like you said, Shakira,
her box was out, and it was great on that performance. What I liked because I'm a man who likes to look at beautiful women. They had an ass shake off at the end. And
I mean, I don't believe that it was a judged competition.
No,
but
it
turned into a judge.
Exactly. I felt as though they had a little personal thing. Like when they rehearsed it, they probably had a little joke about it every time. Like, I'm gonna shake my shit harder than yours. You think so? Yeah, I don't care. Your hips don't lie, bitch.
Well,
I'm telling you, I'm Jay from the block. I'm
exactly. Bitch, your hips don't lie. Well, I'm waiting for tonight. Oh! No, I feel you on that. Where it probably was not a spoken out thing out loud. I bet you both of them had that mental fucking inner monologue that were just like, oh yeah, but when we get to that part, I'm killing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
think Shakira's probably about my age. I think she's young 40s.
She's 42, yeah.
She's 41 or 42, yeah. So, J-Lo got her about 8 years. Like, bitch, I still got it. I'm going to show you. I don't care if you're 8 years younger than me.
Yep.
I'm show you how to work this thing. The outfits were, people say, oh, they didn't. That's my whole thing is like, you can't, always back to the Dave Chappelle shit, man. You can't dress a certain way and then be thrown off when people react or say things.
Yeah, you can't be shocked when people react
like
when people react to how you're dressed.
Right.
You cannot be mad at
that. Like J-Lo was wearing some straight S&M type shit. Man.
Yeah,
She came out there leathered like shit showing. Like all I envisioned now was a fucking whip. And it's like, oh, it's art, it's beauty. It's like, no, that's dominatrix. Like, but you know what I mean? The other time, it's like, oh, it's
and same shit. She had a small amount of fabric covering her vagina.
Yes, she did.
And for a good amount of time, like she had her hand down there rubbing on her. Like, obviously not. She wasn't, masturbating. Right. That's not what I'm saying. But it was suggestive things to where even, I'll be honest with you, I swear a couple cameramen were just like, They panned up a little bit. I'm just like,
closer,
okay,
zoom
this
the box zoom. All right,
but
cue
no,
the box zoom.
I think that went on so long that I think a couple of them were just like, okay, well, we've had enough of that. Let's go back to the
right. I want to keep my job. They're gonna do something here. Like, we don't need another Janet incident. Let's get out of here before a lip pops out.
Yeah, it really was that thing of like, none of that was by accident. That's the other thing too, where you see people just like, oh no, they were just empowering when it's like, bro, there was a whole lot of crotch shoved at the camera.
Right.
I'm just
now,
like,
if they
once again, I'm not offended, but it is one of those things where you're like, you don't know if you tuned into the Super Bowl for that. You know, it was a lot.
Right.
And I liked it, but it was a lot.
The females I was in the room, they enjoyed it. My lady enjoyed it. My mother, some of the females I was there, but they're not from that cloth of everything's offensive. Or,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Of like shit, my girl will walk around the house farting and shit and making inappropriate jokes. How I like them, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh, that's what she said. Like, I'm the king of those lines, and she fucking just laughs every time I do them. Like, I could never be with somebody that would be offended every time you know what I mean? Because that's my sense of humor with certain things. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go put this, put that pole up there. You wanna put that pole up there? You put another pole up there. You know what I mean? Like, that's me. Oh God, I can't with you. Yeah, you can. You can right now too.
You can. You must. You will, boo.
Right. You know what I mean? But she enjoys that. You find out who you're with, man. You know what I mean?
J-Lo was all over the pole as well, and that was another one where like
she worked it at the end of it. Yeah.
But that's the thing too, where a lot of people they lose their mind because someone's just like, I mean, I saw people bring up the point like, yeah, J-Lo was on a stripper pole at the Super Bowl, and then people are like, yo, she's just a strong Latino. It's like, oh, well, yes, who also was on a stripper pole.
Right.
So
that is not
like
the
two things can
profession
happen
of
at once.
Right,
You know,
that is not particularly a profession of a strong, empowered woman. I'm
Right.
just saying that's not what it's viewed as upon.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
depends on how you look at it. Now she's like this, this teacher, and she's like grinding hard, and she's just doing that to make extra money. So now she's shaking her ass and doesn't really enjoy it at all.
just to pay for school, guys.
Right. So that's an empowered move to me. Like
Yeah.
she really doesn't really. I'm not in for this shit for nothing for that money. As soon as I get what I get, I'm getting the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? That's an empowered move. But the girl that's just kind of round in the wind and does it because of an attention thing.
Yeah.
It's a different. Like you're not really doing it for something to prosper. You just want I like the attention. Touch me. Go boys. Boys are here. You know what I mean?
And
the money. You know what I mean?
It's interesting to see everybody's opinion on it online, because then some people are just like, well, she just did that stripper movie, so she was paying homage to that.
I didn't think of that.
And
Okay.
another interesting thing too that happened was
She learned that in that movie, probably. I'm sure.
pussy, 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 pussy. Hey, check out my kid sing. And her kid was really good at
That
singing.
was her daughter.
Yeah.
That's what somebody said. Is that J-Lo's daughter?
Well, that was funny too, because somebody said that on Twitter. They said, "Is that J-Lo's daughter?" And then somebody popped on. And it's like Mark Anthony's daughter, because that's what it
It looked
is.
like- it's Mark.
But no, the singing talent is obviously with Mark Anthony, not
Jesus,
fucking J-Lo.
That's great.
You know?
It's J-Lo. J-Lo got Jenny from the Block, man. She got a little voice to her. I mean, I like her better in movies, but she is Jenny from the Block. Yeah, that's weird. And it's like, I just got to see mommy work a strip pole too.
Yeah, but
I mean,
and the
does she let
thing
her daughter
too,
watch the strip movie? I don't know.
when the kid came out, there were a bunch of lights because now everybody after just goes, "Oh my god!" But you guys missed the hidden meanings. So the hidden meaning was that there were a bunch of kids in cages, because the kids in the cages, and they don't want to miss a chance to take a shot at Trump about the immigration, and now there's kids in cages. So now we got kids in cages at the Super Bowl, and it was a lot, man. It was a lot, but. You never know if that's what they meant, and
Shout
that
out
or
to the bars, though.
that's just how
Imitation,
people.
kids in cages. See no chases. Imitation, kids in cages. Tupac said that, I think.
I wonder.
Yeah. Oh, so that was her daughter. Their daughter.
Yeah.
Was Mark in attendance? Not sure.
I don't
A-Rod
know.
was there.
You never know how they are as a.
Yeah.
How's your co-parenting game, guys?
According to the TMZ.
But yeah, it's always interesting to see after pretty much anything happens, the conspiracy shit. After it's just like
all conspiracies.
because I was
always.
saying too. Now, not to even get into him, but it's Kobe died and instantly, boom. Literally
They killed
before
him.
fucking a day is up. Oh my God, they killed him for litany of things, and
Right.
same
Illuminati
shit. As soon as
sacrifice. He started getting into the wrong.
as soon as the Super Bowl ended, or excuse me, as soon as Super Bowl halftime ended, everyone started picking shit apart. I saw something today about like, oh, here's an overview that you didn't see, and there was a cross in Lakers colors for Kobe, like during the Super Bowl halftime show, and I was
They
like,
did do that. I didn't see
damn,
that, though.
okay.
Yeah, that was a thing. Like they did.
But everybody figures everything out so quick afterwards, and then
Right. Did you guys see? Like,
Yeah.
like, wow, it's like people are really paying attention that hard.
Hell Horde, New York.
Like, almost like, did you just run across that, or are you like watching intentionally to find some sort of something?
Looking
to talk,
for it, right?
I need content. Bam! Did you see the cross? Did anybody else see it? No, bro, when I posted it, nobody else posted it. I was the first one. Like, there's somebody out there that takes pride in feeling like he's the first one to
Yeah.
post something. You know what I mean? It's like there's millions of people on the internet. It's hard to kind of track down the very first person to post it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? I
Post
believe,
nays.
you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I was the first one to post the shit, and now everybody's doing the shit.
Give me my credit.
Conspiracy niggas is listening at all times. That's why I don't have an Alexa. Right, Alexa? She ain't listening.
Right.
Crazy hoe. But not a I thought the halftime show was pretty. Wait a minute. I'm going to say it for the white folk out there. It was spicy. It was spicy. It was very spicy. And they made it spicy. Hey, listen, if that's the definition of spicy, that's it right there. With the hips twirling and it's kind of like, oh, and that was a big thing. They made, did you see the biggest meme that came from Shakira?
Oh,
The tongue flicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was actually a thing. That turned into, like, people don't understand that's a certain Middle Eastern / sound that's made. And I'm like, yeah, when they do,
Yep.
that's what she did, but
Yeah.
she flicked that tongue hella.
That was,
Baby, that wasn't just for the culture.
that was the thing that was interesting, is that happened, and then immediately people get on the internet and they're just like, oh, white people, y'all don't know what that is. And it was like, no, everyone's heard that Middle Eastern thing, but also it was during the
was very
Super Bowl.
seductive,
It
yeah.
was very seductive. It was out of fucking nowhere.
Right.
And I don't think more people weren't like, oh my God, what was that? Versus just like, yo, what the fuck was that? Like, that
Right.
came out of nowhere, you
And
know?
then you got them other motherfuckers been like, oh, do that again. Let's keep it real. don't be mad at the motherfucker for reacting to a suggestive move.
Yeah.
If you're in the club doing that, I'm gonna be like, she just wants to be friends. Like, yo, you flick your tongue at me like that, it's go time. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's, you know what I mean? If you do that to your man, if she's at a crib with a man, hey babe, can you give me that cup of soda over there? And she does that fucking, and the tongue comes out like that, and you're like, oh, word? He's not gonna be like, what was that, honey?
Right.
You're a lizard? What does that mean?
Shakira.
Right. It's gonna be like, ooh, come over here with that tongue. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, come on, man.
They did their thing. Then
that's what
somebody,
kills me, man. It's like, stop with the.
and then they also had two featured. I'm not sure what type of music they make. It was part rap, part reggaeton, almost sounding thing.
Bad Bunny.
I'm
was
sure
one
I'm
of them. I
saying
don't know
it
who the other
exactly
guy was.
wrong.
Bad Bunny was the first one. So I was looking at that nigga, and I was like, at first I'm like, who is that? And the younger kid's like, oh, that's Bad Bunny. I was like, yo, who? Because initially I was like, yo, who in the fuck is this purple? I mean, no, excuse me, this Puerto Rican Silver Surfer is what I called him. Nigga, did you see his outfit?
Yeah,
that's all the kid about. I said, yo, this nigga's the Puerto Rican Silver Surfer. B. Who is this guy? Yo, that's Bad Bunny. I'm like, good God. It's just too much, bro.
He looked just like.
But I get it for the sake of fashion.
He looked just like Ali G, fucking when he dresses up all crazy like that.
And looking at Bad Bunny and going back in the shit, he dresses that way.
Yeah.
So I guess it wasn't a shock to anybody but me at the moment, because I just was like, yo, this nigga's very silver right now. Like, really Tin Man type shit going on at the Super Bowl. I don't know what's going on.
He was.
And the other reggaeton guy, I don't know who he was, but
I'm not sure.
they had to blow him up.
The biggest crime that was committed is like everybody lost Pitbull's number. What the fuck happened?
In Miami? And niggas don't hit a Pitbull? I'm taking that offensively.
He performed at Shaq's party. I know that.
Because with Pitbull comes with the additional Rick Ross. You get Pitbull and you get Ricky. Sound good?
And listen,
we're in Miami.
We'll throw in Flo Rida for no extra cost because he just should have been there.
Just forget Low, and niggas get that song and then get the fuck out of
Yep.
it. But you're in Miami. Come on, Jay. Rock Nation. You could have did a better job of trying to get some Miami niggas involved.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Trick Daddy would have been a nice one. Trick and Trina in the building. I would have watched for them. You know what I mean? But shit, who was supposed to do the Super Bowl show?
Imagine if they did Nan during the fucking Super Bowl. You ain't no Nan, huh? That can eat the pussy like me.
Listen,
oh my
if
God.
Trick Daddy don't come up there and do, okay, what up, shut up, then I don't want to hear it. That's the only one I really want to hear. Like, nigga, just perform that shit and have the band with you, please.
Exactly. We need a
just have them niggas like that is a song that should be performed at a halftime show.
Yeah.
At least when it was hot.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I have to go back in
plenty.
time with that one. I said I feel like it was actually.
Oh yeah.
Either that or a college championship game. He did do it though. I remember because he brought the band out. Shit, Trick Daddy did do that shit. You bitch nigga, I know, gold teeth. Pulled it out on him. But it was a good game all around. I think, man. Went down to the wire. I wasn't disappointed as being a watcher.
Yeah.
So, Shakira lips though. I gotta be able to check that out, man.
I'm telling you, man. Pause it real quick, and it's all there, man. It was a quick one, but I was surprised. I was definitely just like, oh, okay, I get it. That's what I said. Like I see both sides. If you're on the internet talking about, it wasn't a big deal, I agree with you. If you're on the internet talking about like, whoa, that was a lot, I agree with you. It was. Right. I'm with it.
That's crazy, man. Even just the whole, we're gonna see the whole youth of these celebrities kind of launch into that platform of having this, what's needed to get to a level, even if they have a little bit of talent,
Yeah.
What
we're trying to say is justice for Pitbull. That's
justice
what we're saying.
for Pitbull. Yeah. His talent should never go unnoticed, and shame on the niggas who overlooked him. That's all the fuck I'm saying.
As the halftime show came to an end, he was watching wherever he was watching and just went, Dale.
the disappointed Dale. Oh, Dale. Hey, give me that telephone. I'm going to call somebody. Hey, what's going on down there? Pitbull. Yeah, you ever smelled his cologne? He's got a cologne out, by the way. Pitbull does many things. Speaking of Pitbull, it just can't even be like, the nigga has a cologne. And it's really not for me.
Alexa, stop.
It's really not for me. It's kind of got a tobacco jar smell. A little bit with a splash.
A musk?
Yeah, it's a musky kind of flow, I believe. Not a flow rider. Oh, wait for it. But it's a Pitbull. It should have fucking smelled like, I don't know, dog piss, maybe.
Oh.
Pitbull, huh? Get it? We put it together. It's kind of like a dog pheromone trapped inside. doggy pheromones, nigga, in the bottle for Pitbull.
Bars.
Listen, all we're saying is justice for Pitbull.
Justice for Pitbull. We don't. I have to assume something
might
was
change the
wrong,
name
so
to
get
that,
better
man.
soon. I have to assume that something was wrong, so
Right.
get better soon, and we'll start a GoFundMe for Pitbull.
Go fuck me for Pitbull. He got to be something wrong. No other fucking reason why. There's no reason why Pitbull was not in Miami for that Super Bowl besides him being ill for 3 months. The nigga got the thing. He got the chicken and shit.
That Corona.
Oh my God. Oh, that's another thing, huh? What about that? The coronavirus? That didn't stop the Super Bowl, but people are dying overseas. So.
It stopped because I enjoy working out to the K-pop music, and I saw that a bunch of K-pop groups have stopped touring and stopped meet and greets because these motherfuckers are famous to the point where people fly from
China.
surrounding countries because Asia's close, but you got to hop on some flights to get to places. So if it's like, oh shit, I can meet Michael Jackson of my era, and if I got to hop on an hour flight,
it ain't nothing to
they do that shit.
Right.
So people come from all over to meet these
Bringing
people.
the funk with them.
Exactly.
Niggas is bringing the germ. We got it. Here it comes, coming in hot.
But it is on the back of a Lysol container.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because it's on the back of a Lysol container, the human coronavirus. Lysol kills it. So I don't know what the fuck that means. And also, is this
We're on spraying that shit, B.
is this the next?
Was it an airborne thing? I thought it was airborne, right? You just gotta air that can out.
Just with a slow stream as you walk. That's it.
Just in front of you, so you walk into the stream, nigga.
Because it is one of those things of like, man, all right, is this Ebola? Is this the bird flu? Is this
Right.
swine flu? Is this every other fucking thing that, broken clock is right twice a day. You got to give those conspiracy sites.
Said that.
gotta give those conspiracy sites their love when eventually they do get some shit right. Like a lot of them talk about that. Like, all right, what's the fucking 65 million killer virus this year? Okay, it was bird flu. It was Ebola. It was swine flu.
Right.
It was
I just think those niggas.
You
is
do
cunning.
see a pattern of. All right, I mean, are we literally every year blocking the thing that was gonna
right. Shout out
decimate humanity? Like, are we really?
Shout out to my man Fat Cat who hit me with his conspiracy shit. He's been looking into he's
to
taking
Desmond
in,
Bryant,
taking in regurgitating of the not even that one. His was the 100-year curse. This is the 100-year from
2020. I see
right.
clear.
1920 was a big plague that went on, and the coronavirus is being compared to that plague from 1920.
Hello.
So that's the move there. They're running with. You know what I mean?
This might be. I might have just made this shit up. Okay, like we might change the thing, but history repeats itself.
Stop playing. I don't even want to do a show no more.
Okay, I know.
I need to walk away.
Sometimes I go
got
there.
this
Sometimes
T-shirt.
I go there.
Nigga, if that ain't on a T-shirt,
Bumper sticker.
bumper stickers, nigga. I mean, classes across the nation, man, need to be teaching this type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Lectures.
Lectures, nigga. College professors need to talk about this shit, nigga. Curriculums, nigga.
Curriculums.
Curriculum, nigga.
Woo!
They don't know what a curriculum, nigga is.
E40 needs to come in and talk about his curriculum, dog.
Who's the curriculum, nigga? You.
Ew, history repeats itself.
Oh my God! And history does repeat itself as being an athlete who wants to jump on board and give a fake apology. Shout out to Antonio Brown,
Hello.
who I did see his apology on the ESPN interview, which is very awkward. You get a chance to see it, man. Of like her questions and like how she was laying them out there, and it's like, how you gonna answer that one, Antonio? And she's like, how he answers like the whole thing with the wife with the kid's mother and that whole video. He's talking about that. He was like, it's just when that and it had to come out like that. That's just unfortunate that had to come out like that. She was like, so you're saying it's unfortunate coming out even though you're the one that posted it live. Like you know what I mean? Like asking the questions that everybody's asking. He was like I said, I can't explain for the actions. Everybody gets my emotions get the best of me. He's running with the emotional problems he's having. Emotions getting the best of him.
Yeah, he's trying to get across to her telepathically like these are my answers that I have written down and memorized before I walk in here.
With the script.
Just let
Please, I'm saying dumb
listen,
shit. And
these are the answers that I have in my clip. These are the only things I'm giving you.
Like,
please stop.
I'm sorry that it's sad that this had to come out. I'm sad that it had to come out like that.
Yeah.
She's like, but you could have controlled it. She's like, You posted it on Facebook Live. You could have controlled that situation by, not doing that.
Yep.
She didn't say it like that, but the way she was saying it, it was, people were like, yeah, Antonio, what the fuck was with that?
Yep.
Nah, like, I'm sorry. I don't know. It was like he just he threw it out there and he tried, but it didn't feel sincere to me.
It's just ridiculously see-through. It's Justin Bieber doing a Comedy Central roast. It's going just like, no, guys, see? It's okay, man, my bad. All right, hey, let's get, like, it's so, when behind the scenes, his handlers and everybody that's losing their fucking mind because they, suck off his teeth and survive.
He's starting to not be able to pay motherfuckers.
Exactly.
No more. Like, we gotta get
So,
this
they had
training.
that big-ass meeting of, like, we're here now. Okay,
it's got to be.
We throw ourselves on the mercy of the people. We say sorry.
It's got to be legal people because I know his agent cut him. You know what I mean? His agent said, "I'm done with you until you get help." That was the big thing that happened a couple weeks ago too. It's like, listen, I cut ties with Antonio Brown until he gets help. I'm all set.
Wow.
Now, if your agent's saying that, he's the guy that's supposed to lie for you for the most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's lying for you because he's trying to get his fucking money. He knows that guy's like how much he's worth.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But now Antonio might not fuck with him going back. But at that point, he's like, I'm trying to save my fucking face and my name in the game too. I can't keep representing this guy if he's gonna fucking bring me down a shithole with him.
Yep.
And it's that last one when they beat up the driver. That's when he's like, I'm done, man. All right.
Yeah.
I no longer am representing this guy, man.
Nah, man, because he's going.
Lawyer.
He was. I mean, and I can't say
Spiraling.
that he's stopped now, but
Right. We just ain't seen shit.
But they're spiraling, and then there's what's a fast spiral? You know what I mean? Hey, what is it called when Dan Marino threw that? You know what I'm saying? A bullet. That's what he was doing. It wasn't a spiral. That shit was a bullet.
Right.
Okay.
A bullet, nigga.
But also, speaking about, we were talking about how he was like, you're definitely okay. Now you're down a notch. I don't know about fully and legally, but I know on stage he got up with Logan Paul and they had a face-to-face and he agreed to box him like 6-7 handshakes of just like, yo, you want to do this, you want to do this. And I know that's a multi-million-dollar deal, but we'll see if it happens. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fights that never make it to the ring.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's been making music lately too. He's been putting videos out like crazy. I mean, he's got a good amount up there. I think I've seen like 2 or 3, maybe 4.
Yeah.
There was one he had where, like I said, I've heard worse. You know what I mean? So if you like just kind of close out to him, if you listen to it though, you could tell he's a Miami dude, and you could tell his favorite rapper is Rick Ross. Yeah. Because his delivery is straight up Ross. And then for the most see, I done do what they want me. He did that kind of like flow, but the whole thing was you can hear like the beat going, you can actually hear like the treadmill too. Like he's on the treadmill recording. Yeah. And he, the video was him with the treadmill and the microphone attached to the back of it, and him is right there with the pop screen and shit. And he's like, running and rapping, which I thought was a cool concept because he really did this shit. You know what I mean? Being an athlete when you're trying to get into something like that, I think it's a good angle. Show your stamina. What else can I talk about? How athletic you are and how much stamina you have. Cool. I'm gonna rap about shit, having money, and while I'm being fit as I am. Yeah, it makes sense. Hey, find your lane, nigga.
Dude, makes sense. Makes sense.
It makes sense. Oh, the makes sense guy. But I don't know. The music's not that bad. But he did a song like kind of playing New Orleans, so the Saints. So he's not gonna be going back there. I just touched down from NO. Something like.
They want me back. I said NO.
Right, it's probably somewhere around there. But it was kind of like the video was like him. Now the Saints told him when he came for the workout, come up. No entourage, no camera crew, none of that.
Yeah.
Just you. So he showed up with the crew and the entourage and the camera crew, and it's crazy because in the video he did when it's that I just stepped off the plane from NO, he has a lot of footage of him going to the Saints, shaking hands, and like the cameras were kind of almost snuck in because they look like low angles. You know what I mean? It's like they kind of kept at low angles. It would have looked like, oh, you niggas are sneaky.
But
that's not an out in your face shot. It's like if there's bodies moving in front of it. You know what I mean?
But it's one of those things where how like somebody is. How we were talking before about how someone's high, but they think they're super on point. Right. Like, I'm sure the entire fucking time there's people standing around being like, we told him not to come with crew. We told him not to come with camera. And like, look, he's recording this whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that there's just somebody over there just
thanks
like.
Thanks for coming out, Antonio. Like it said, how was the workout? Like, stop asking that question. This is Antonio Brown. You know how the workout is. The guy's a fucking machine when it comes to working out. That's what he does, man. Yep. You see his regimen. You see, he's very big into conditioning. He trains a lot. He trains with high schools and kids. Like, he's like that part I respect and I like about him. You know what I mean? And it's like, You're not fooling nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
You wanted that footage, just like Kaepernick got that footage of like, no, look, I made a 35-yard pass.
he tried to say the Saints that was a publicity stunt on their behalf. So you're full of them, man. So you should know the game works. They doing the same shit that you would do. You know what I'm saying? What you did, you turned it and put in.
Turnabout is fair play, dog.
Right. So my thing is, he just put those videos maybe a week ago, not even, and then this apology just came out a couple days. So now it's like, just last week you got videos out shitting on the NFL, kind of. You know what I mean? And now you're apologizing to him a week later. You need help, bro.
That's some bipolar shit.
It is. When they asked him about that too, she asked him about they say you have, he said, she said you have like, what's the word she said, issues or something, and he just turned it into, don't we all? Do we all have problems? And you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay.
Hey, this is my canned response for that question. You know what I mean? Just like
at no point is it ever like an accountability, man, because that's all it really. That's all it really. If he just became more accountable, is listen. If he just kind of came at it like, go, I'm fucked up out here, man, and I gotta get my shit together. If he had that approach, they're gonna, all right, this is genuine, man, or at least make it feel that way. You know what I mean? Like it feels genuine. He didn't even come with that. I want to make it seem genuine without feeling.
He's on some like, hey, I'm sorry if you feel that way, but this is what
there's a lot going on, and I can't
it's an unfortunate situation.
And you're right. It's sad that had to happen. It's unfortunate. I can't really discuss that right now.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
All canned shit that they're just like, okay, these are the only things that you can say out loud. Because I mean, but I guess part of it is at least maybe because everybody wants him to win at the end of the day. I'm sorry, I don't want to watch nobody fucking fail. So at least it's a good sign that. I can't imagine this is his idea to apologize. So at least he's following.
At least he's having that idea of the thought to do that. You know
at least,
what I mean?
or at least he's listening to people that are trying to put him on the right path.
You want to get your fucking money back? You want to? Do you really? Like somebody had to sit him down. Like, yo, listen.
You keep acting like this, they're never calling you.
Do you really want to play for the NFL? Do you want to go back and make millions for what you made your millions for initially?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if it's like, yes, then nigga, this is what you need to do. Shut the fuck up, apologize to them niggas. You got to kiss their ass a little bit, man.
Yep.
They want their shoe shine, man. That's a job. If I want to get that job, you know what it is. You never go into an interview saying what you really think. You know what I mean? So what do you think, what was your worst situation ever happened in your life? Well, one day my fucking dad got really drunk. He beat the shit out of my mother, dragged her across the floor. My brother was eating fucking, eating dog food and licking fucking rat traps and, like, oh, that's not the story we're looking for. You know what I mean? Like, there's a PR way you're supposed to be in interviews, too.
They'll be like, are they here? Or do you still live with them? What the fuck?
Do you need counseling? It kind of seems like you do. Like, you don't go into a job that way. And people got to remember that, I think, sometimes, that they forget that the NFL is a fucking job for these guys. They are getting paid from an employer. They're employers, man. You know what I mean? In that employer's business, they have owners within that business. There's the NFL owners. Those are the guys that cut the checks. The league puts caps on everybody. Can't spend this much, so manage your money. You know what I mean? Get who you're gonna get, man. Like, you work for the NFL, nigga.
They put on cap, and that's no cap.
Listen, no cap, nigga.
In the NFL, there is no cap.
Ooh.
Take a knee, Peter.
Take a knee and
take
walk
a
away.
knee, Peter.
Yo, take a seat. New J shit. Take a seat. The anthem's on. Take a seat, nigga. I take seats when the anthem's on.
The new anthem, stand for nothing.
Stand for nothing.
Fall for something.
Fall for something. Stand for nothing. T-shirt time. Nigga, that might be on the new shit. Because I'm young pastry, my niggas. You know what I mean? And I think at the end of the day,
it's the beginning of the night.
And then you niggas are beautiful in your cumbersomes and in your fucking gowns for the night.
And your cummerbund.
Your cumbersome. I said cumberbuns is what I wanted to say. Cumbersome is what I said.
Cumbersome is an amazing song by Seven Mary 3 from 1990, whatever that went. I have become cumbersome. And we're going to watch that music video of One Exist as soon as we get off these mics.
Cumberbund is what I...
And you know what's wild? Episode 111, right now, it is 1111, 111, 111. Add it up, dog. Don't even.
You niggas don't even understand. It's a conspiracy. And Kobe Bryant's alive, nigga.